Hey everyone, today for another vlog. So this is the last day of the month. I haven't been super consistent in these vlogs for like the past month really. Uh, I don't know. Maybe I haven't felt the need to make them as much, or just I've kind of put them on the side. But I always feel the need that it's good to at least close the period on a decent manner. So what I've been doing for a long time now is that I've just sort of like been noting the highlight of each day so I can review them. Like I have a decent overview of what happened this period. Without them, it would be kind of hard for me to be able to tell. Honestly, I don't have a very good memory. So like overall, I think it was probably one of the best periods of getting the stuff I would usually want to do. Even though like it hasn't been huge, like honestly, it's probably been like I would probably want to. I think I probably did like 40% of what I would want to do. Like more like the pace I would want, but I think maybe it's unrealistic expectations. Although it was a very good period in terms of like doing new things. So like the main highlight was that I bought my drawing tablet and I started working on the projects I wanted to make. So like right now it's a comic. There hasn't been a huge amount of progress on the comic, I have to say, but the drawing tablet was a very good idea. It's been making art a lot more fun actually. I definitely didn't expect that. There's something very interesting about like digital art. It just has like it felt a lot more like natural than I expected. That's kind of surprised me. I thought it would feel very awkward, but I bought one of those, like tablets with a screen, so like you can immediately see what you're drawing. So like that makes it very comfortable. I don't think I would enjoy it at all if I didn't have like the if I had to like have like the tablet and then look at the screen and like the two are not synced up. Like that would feel really weird. Having a tablet with a screen is really nice. Uh, yeah, it's really nice, have like this infinite canvas and like be able to switch, be able to like erase stuff as you want. It's really nice. Like there's a lot of like practical consideration with it. I really like it. It definitely took a bit of time to like get used to it. But I think now I've got like a decent workflow where I can make like decent stuff. Like so it's not like I use colors anyway, so I don't have to like worry a lot about that kind of stuff. I think, but yeah. So that's probably the main highlights. Like just been working on it, and the second biggest highlight. Also, I've probably spent more time this period writing than drawing. That's kind of funny. Like it feels like writing has been easier for me. I'm not sure why. I think, and that's gonna be like the focus for me on the next period. Is like sort of trying to be more like loose with drawing, treating more as fun as well. That like I think the biggest reason why I've been writing more is because like with drawing I tend to have like a lot higher expectations because I've been drawing for way more than I've been writing. So I think it's one of those things where you're more comfortable doing something new because like you don't have all this weight of expectations. So I think yeah, that's gonna be a huge one. But on like the things I've been doing, I've been writing a lot. Let me see how many blog posts I've written exactly. I have like I have a few trackers of like the main stats that like the things I'm tracking out. So like how much interesting how I don't track how much I draw. That's kind of interesting. But I've tracked all the things I've published. I don't know. I don't put the date there. So far on my Substack, I have 28K words published, which is like it's okay. Uh, I definitely I actually thought I would thought I'd post in way more than that. But like yeah, this year I wrote, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, and I'm beginning a new series on my Substack where I like do a monthly post where I just put down some random observations I've had, which are not super done, like they're not like super complete to the point where it's a full-on essay. But the point of this Substack series is because I have a lot of like backlog of stuff I want to get out of because I want to focus more on drawing. So yeah, and probably like honestly the biggest highlight of the beginning of the year was something I didn't really talk about. I think much lately, but like that was I read a decent amount, right? Like not an insane amount, but like I read a decent amount, way more than I usually did. Let's see, in total I read like 1K pages in physical books, and that's not counting like all the stuff I've listened to and you know the the articles I've read online and stuff. So 1K page of physical book, that's quite a lot, like and that was like 1 month and a half really. I didn't really wait for the second half of this period of 3 months. So that was a nice piece of change for sure. I think that's definitely something I want to do again if I really feel the need to. But right now, I really want to focus on my comics, so it's not the biggest focus for me. But reading was really nice, I have to say. So I think overall, I've become writing has probably been the biggest upgrade. Not so much drawing, but that's my plan for the next period. Other than that, I don't think I really talked about it, but uh, I went on a trip to Poland. That was like the first time I went abroad by myself, taking the plane. Uh, actually taking the plane, taking the train. There wasn't much to say. Just just a bunch of waiting. As long as you're early, there's nothing really to worry about. You just just show up and you follow the arrows they point you to. For the trip itself, it was a bit disappointing for me because like I think overall I wasn't like super like into it before deciding to go. So like I think overall like so it was a trip of going to a TF to LAN, so Team Fortress 2, and it's been like so many years since I've played this game. So like I think I'm just completely like out of the community at this point at all. And so like I didn't really like relate much with it, especially because like I didn't play the game. I was just spectating, and it was it's not the most fun game to spectate, honestly. Like I think I really enjoyed the game when I was playing it. Now I don't really enjoy it anymore. I have to say it's just a bit boring now. But yeah, I think overall I was a bit out of it. I think, but when I said yes, it was like October or November, I think, of 2023. And back then I was kind of in a rut of I think so. I think I saying yes was a good idea anyway because sorry, I need to sneeze. Hello, hello. Can I be heard? So yeah, I can be heard now. Um, I think it was a good idea because like just just doing something different and getting out there was enough. And now I know I can go outside and go abroad and it's not a problem. So that's kind of nice to know that that kind of thing is not a problem for me. Uh, I don't think I'll go on holiday this year. Like it was a pretty short trip. Like I took like 3 days off of like from like Thursday to Monday. So I don't think I'm gonna have a lot more holiday days coming. But like I don't think I'm gonna take like something abroad. I think I'm just gonna like stay home and focus on my sort of personal life type of stuff with my holiday. Yeah, and yeah, that was quite a decent amount of like having responsibilities at work. Like there's a thing where I have to take classes for like just study more finance stuff because my education is in math and my job is in finance. So like there's a pretty there's obviously a bunch of stuff in finance I don't know about. So like there are classes I've taken. It's quite a decent amount of studying. Right? Like the way I do it is by basically the way I've been handling is by basically like studying while I'm at work because like my work doesn't have a lot of responsibility, right? So like, but yeah, it's if I didn't do that, I don't think I would be able to. But like, I mentioned it because honestly, it's quite difficult because I barely care about it. It's so I don't know. It's so unfun. Like it's so uninteresting, but whatever. But what to focus on now? I I tried to like my first attempt at what to focus on this period was I noticed it was a very like coercive way. I was like trying to like I had this like project of like I'm gonna master my time. I'm not gonna make sure that like my time is used really well and that I don't use it unconsciously. But I noticed that I've tried doing that several times before and it hasn't really worked. It hasn't really stuck. So my mindset is simply that if it doesn't stick, it's because there's something clearly that I'm not seeing right. Like, and I think the basic thing is that it's just not enjoyable to do this. So I think my mindset for the next period is going to be trying to understand very clearly and with a lot of compassion with myself why I feel like I don't spend as much time as I want or I could or as I wish on the things that matter to me. Right? Like there's clearly a reason why it happens over and over. Right? Like a lot of people I think talk about how they feel like they're kind of wasting their time, but like there's probably a reason why, like, other than just you haven't really tried very well. Like your environment is a bit promotes a bit too much. Like low value stuff. Like I think for me there's like I think for me there's just this basic sense that like I'm not super comfortable like relaxing and just doing something for its own sake. And I think it builds up into like a lot of tension and a lot of stress, and a lot of performance anxiety for me. And so like it's really like not sustainable. I noticed. So I think the path of compassion is a lot more stable, and it's a lot more enjoyable as well. So this is why the color I'm going to choose is going to be pink. very very womanly color, I know. Uh, so like I noticed like the periods before that you had like yellow and red. Those are like very like power based, right? Like I'm gonna do that with like my will and my power and my plans. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Looking back, those periods didn't really produce that much. Honestly, like I think they weren't like useless, but like they weren't that great. Um, like the fact that I can't even tell you what happened during that time is kind of telling. So I think yeah, I'm just gonna try to like really understand why I don't spend the time as on what I would want you know as I would want, and also trying to like sort of embrace my own cringe. Right? Like that's sort of why I chose pink as well, because as a guy, when you think of pink, it's a bit cringe. Right? Like you wouldn't want to wear pink. Just kind of like this stereotype that it's gay or whatever. Uh, I'm not gay, but like it's this kind of worth noting that there's this kind of resistance whenever you just do that kind of like mundane stuff. Or like I would feel a bit of resistance just wearing that kind of color on myself. And I noticed that like I tend to not really embrace my own stuff. Right, I sort of try to like people please or like uh do stuff just to like not be noticed. So honestly, it's also going to be for me a period of bit of like embracing my own cringe, also in terms of my art. Right, like that's going to be my intent. Honestly, I don't intend on like this super amazing plan that's going to be the super amazing comic that's going to revolutionize everything. Also, my plan is going to be in order to make this happen, to just really draw cringe and to just keep going, or just drawing the cringe and just keep going. Because I cannot make something really polished with how little time I have. It's just not possible. So my, that's my strategy to just draw cringe. And it might sound dumb, but so far it has been by far the best plan I've had in terms of doing things. That's basically why. That's basically how I've been writing as much as I have. Like I haven't been writing insane amount of like I feel like I've written what like not 9 blog posts and like 9 Substack essays in 3 months. Like if I didn't embrace the cringe in my writing, I would just have written like 2 of them, I think, or 3 of them. So that's gonna be my focus for sure. Just yeah, just really embracing the cringe and not letting myself be swayed by trying to please other people or like trying to explain myself. I noticed that I explain myself a lot. I don't know if anyone listening to this relate. Like every time you do something, like you feel the need to like explain. Every time you do something bad, or like, every time you do something you perceive as bad, you feel the need to explain it or like apologize. But it's like, like who the fuck cares? That's not how life works. You just do things you want and that's it. And I would like to embody that in this period. Just yeah, deep not giving a fuck about people's opinions, that type of thing, right? Like, I'm not sure what I would call this. Yeah, I guess embracing the cringe is a good one. Like, just that's not a lot of not giving a fuck, that kind of thing. Except that was an orange book. This is pink, so it's a bit different, I guess. Yeah, I don't think I have anything to add. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.